Guys, I just got this new speed cube. I'm going to be showing it off. It's a moyo cube, like one of the best speed cubing brands for 2x2s. Yes, and I'm a 2x2 solver most of the time. So I'm going to be 2x2 speed solving. First time using it, essentially. So I'm going to compare it to the original Rubik's Cube, which is like not the worst Rubik's Cube. It's pretty good. I can barely turn it. Let's see how long it takes for me to set it back. So there's that, and there's this moyo, which it goes. Wait, no. Okay. There. This speed cube, essentially first time using it. It feels super weird, not gonna lie. It feels like, I don't know how to explain it, like, feels like soft almost. There, feels like soft. I don't know how to explain it. It's like the core. Let's take a look at the core. It's pretty good. Let's test out the corner cutting. It's pretty good. The corner cutting range, yeah. It's not that far. It's about this far, and then it won't be able to do it anymore. It's not the good. Let's try reverse corner cutting. Whoa. Reverse corner cutting's actually okay. A lot better than actual corner cutting. Oh, sorry. That's a go. Test out finger tricks. I think it's okay. It's a pretty good cube, actually. So I rate this like, you should really get it. It's only about $10 for a moyo cube. Comes with the stand and an adjustable screw system that is actually way easier than other screw systems, because it's a little confusing because there's no like instructions, or at least I didn't find any in my box. There's no instructions, I don't think. So it might be a little confusing which way to turn the screw and stuff. But other than that, it's like the simplest customization cube out there. It's not the best out of the box. You have to like mess with the screws a little until it actually becomes a fast cube like what I'm using it. Because I put it on like about a good setting that I normally would use a normal cube on. On like what setting? On like pretty loose, like halfway loose and halfway tight. So I turn the screw about halfway for every side. So it's pretty good. I'm gonna scramble it up a little. So I'm closing my eyes. I'm just turning it randomly. I feel like that's good enough. Let's see. Let me take a look. Okay. There we have that. Where's this? Pretty good cube overall. I solved it pretty fast, way faster than my normal when I started with the what's it called with the Rubik's brands. They're about the same size. The moyo's a little bit bigger. Side by side, this is them compared to the moyo. The moyo's a little bit bigger, but it still can go on the stands and stuff. So it's not a major difference unless you have really tiny hands. I'm young, I'm 10, so the cube is pretty big for me. It's about like the size of my palm. Yeah, I'd say. Sorry. Yeah. It's a pretty good cube after all. Like, assume it's good. And I know it's good. At this setting, I think like turn all the screws halfway until it's like about at that point. If you do, I would recommend the moyo to anyone. It's kind of like not a budget cube. It's $10. Very good 2x2. Don't buy again 2x2. They're way too expensive. Unless you're like you want the best of the best, and you have a lot of money to spend. Me, I don't have that much money. I had only like $20. So I bought this, now I have like $10. And yeah, it's a very good moyo cube. If you're gonna buy a moyo 2x2, I recommend you buy this moyo 2x2 because of just the looks, the feel. It feels like soft. Like, I don't know how to explain it. And if you're starting off cubing, I recommend you do get a moyo. If you're starting with 2x2s, I recommend you get a moyo. If you're familiar, if you're just starting off, like never even know how to solve a 3x3, just get like also maybe a moyo. Maybe not this moyo. Maybe this moyo, but put it on tightest setting so it's a little easier to control. Because like sometimes it just turns very easily and it's hard to control it. And like let's say you accidentally go twice instead of once. That happens a lot with this cube. It's a little too fast for its own good. And I haven't put any lube or anything in it, so it's like seems good. If you did put a lube, just put a lube that's not too fast if you're putting it in this cube, because otherwise it'll go like faster than the speed of light. Maybe put like a very, very not strong lube. I'm gonna go do something. Sorry, I just had to do something. Yeah, and now we have this 2x2, probably the best 2x2 that's cheap. If you are gonna buy a very good 2x2 that you think is gonna be like the best you can get for your money, you should probably get a GAN cube. But GAN cubes are like $35 even for a 2x2. The most expensive GAN cube is like over $100, and it's 3x3. So I would not recommend you buy a 2x2 GAN cube unless you have a lot of money to spend. You're an experienced cuber and don't just want the basics. I would recommend this cube. This cube is like the perfect cube for experienced cubers and for beginners because it has like a bunch of settings. Because this screw is very long, so it can start it starts all the way there. So it can go like, you can have it like almost sticking out of the cube. So mine is about halfway, as you see. So it's a pretty good 2x2. Very good. I've never actually been to a competition ever. But if I did, I'd probably bring this cube. This is probably my best 2x2 I own. Pretty crazy. This might be my new main 2x2. It's so much fun. It's so fast. crazy how fast this thing is. It's actually like, it's insane. This thing turns so fast. If you put like Stardust Lube or Lunar Lube, which are both like very good lubes, you can buy like on anywhere. So they're pretty, like, those are very fast lubes. And you could put them, like, if you put them in this cube, I would not recommend putting any lube in this cube unless it got old and rusty and, like, not rusty, but, like, harder to turn, dust got in it. Then I would recommend using a lube, but just not when you get it fresh out of the box. Because this is, like, the best 2x2 that's average price. It's way more than what you get for your money. It should be worth a lot more. It should be worth like way more, maybe $20 for this good of a 2x2. It's magnetics, but the magnets don't even make a difference because it's super tiny. Like, you have to put them like super close to there, and then they snap on. Like, yeah. How'd he go? Sorry, my sister is talking in the background. Yeah, so this cube, it doesn't have the best corner cutting. Like all 2x2s, they don't have very good corner cutting. Unless you put it on loose setting, which then it will have very good corner cutting. I recommend this cube to like every single person, except for you want a 3x3. Because I don't think, no offense, if you're watching this video and you work at Moyo, but I don't think Moyo makes the best 3x3s. They make very good 2x2s, and bye.